Can you imagine? All these are corners. Honestly, I have no idea on how to do this. It matches perfectly. Look! This looks really good. This is a really amazing puzzle. I love it. It looks really cool. The emotions are just incredible. Hello everyone, I'm Cubastic, and today I have prepared a new puzzle for you that I really want to show because it's really special. I must say right away that I printed this puzzle on a 3D printer. It exists in mass product, and yes, somehow they make it and cut it out of plastic or something like that, but I did it on a 3D printer and it was very difficult to find everything to show you the uniqueness of this puzzle. You might think, well, this is an ordinary jigsaw puzzle, nothing complicated. Just put it like this and collect one canvas. But no. Guys, if you take a closer look, you will notice that each of these elements is a corner piece. Can you imagine? All these are corners. And there must be a special way to put all those pieces in a frame. It will be extremely difficult to do so, but nevertheless I'll try, and I will try to do it as quickly as possible. For this I'll take a stopwatch. Okay, so let's start solving the all corner puzzle. A puzzle that's made of only corners. That's what we have here. Let's start. Boom! Guys, there are really only corners here. And what I want to do when I usually put together this kind of puzzles, I used to call it mosaic as a child. Okay, so I want to put the corners first and then find the elements where only one side is flat. You know, here it starts from the perimeter as usual and we start to build a frame like this. But this time, it doesn't work that way. Let's start by looking what kind of parts we have here. For example, with 2 tabs, with 1 tab and 1 blank. There are some with 2 blanks, let's arrange them. Listen, it turns out kinda weird, because if you look, I have 3 details with 2 blanks, 3 details with 2 tabs, and the rest are basically the same. But an additional complication is that we can use the part not only in this position, yes? As you know, it can be rotated, but in this case we can also rotate it upside down, because there is no image to which we need to orient ourselves, so this makes things more difficult. Honestly, I have no idea on how to do this. Let's try to find some kind of parts that will match at least in size, because as you see here the tab is very different in size, and obviously we don't put the parts like this, although it's not a fact that they should be placed straight. Perhaps some parts will have to be placed at an angle. Often these pieces of the mosaic have such softly flowing shapes, the correct beautiful semicircular shape of the tabs, but some of them are very angular, rather sharp and squarish. And right here, in this place, on the left from the tab, there's a place where some kind of part can fit. I mean, that is, we can combine these elements with each other in completely different ways, and it's not necessary to insert the tab into the blank as is customary. You know, it seems to me that from the start I won't even need a frame. So for starters, I'll just assemble it on the table, and I want to find at least a couple of parts that can somehow just fit perfectly. At least 1 pair of parts. For this I'll have to go through each with each. I went through the whole circle and there isn't a part that would fit here. Let's take the next one. Guys, this will take a while. Oh, something like that. Just take a look here. This is pretty much a good fit. This is approximately what I meant, see? In my opinion, these parts are supposed to fit together. Let's try to find something else. So there isn't such a big hole between them, but this looks great. This could be the first step. Okay. Oh yeah, It matches perfectly. Look, simply I just placed it here in this position, and it was 100% correct. And just take a look at how unusual the connection of the parts are. We are used to seeing them evenly, like this. But in this position, see? It's uneven, and in this blank, the tab fits perfectly. God, this is so cool. Now I can clearly see the blank here, and what form it should be. I like it. I really like it. And although already I spent 10 minutes solving this puzzle, and this is far from the end but only the beginning, I'm already delighted. Wow! Another match! Look! This looks really good. I assume that this will be our corner, although that's not a fact. We can somehow go further this way by attaching the parts. Something like this. Okay, let's see what we have next. I'm very interested to see the results. I'm very interested. Look here. It matches, right? Well, we can say that it matches. It matches. The problem is, if we make a mistake somewhere or do something wrong, we will have to look for an alternative option, and I don't want to waste any time. Oh yeah, a perfect match again, see? The most important thing here is to develop your spatial imagination and start understanding what unusual ways of connecting parts can exist. And starting from this, we can select the desired part exactly according to your vision and according to your imagination. And by that, just hoping that it will be right in the end. Okay, so I really dare to suggest that it needs to be placed already right here, right inside. This is a really amazing puzzle. I love it. Oh, cool! We already reached the edge! Excellent. Now we can move on, and we will move in the direction that we have here. Okay, let's take a look. Well, this looks tricky. Let's put the thin one here and put one here, yes? Or vice versa, put the thin one here. By the way, it fits. And put another thin one here. I need to find one. A thin one. This is a thin one. This one fits. Wow. I'm doing it pretty fast, to be honest. And everything's looking good. There isn't a single hole where I could put a tab or any tab where I could insert the hole. Only chopped faces remain. So we will select purely intuitively, something like this. By the way, I immediately got it right with the first try. Look, it seems to match, but there seems to be some shortcomings. I don't even know whether to leave it in this place or look for something else, but so far let's leave it like this. I found another match already, but it's separate from the total mass over here, see? Over here, and we can try to build from here, but I don't know how this may end up. We'll have to choose from the remaining parts something that we can continue this structure and somehow match it all in the main frame. But to be honest, I don't think it will work, but I think it's worth trying anyway. Okay. Okay, look, something's turning out. I attached it here. This comes here, and it turns out just one place for this piece. Right here. Listen, I was right. Everything turned out. Just a little bit remains. And this is again a separate piece that needs to be somehow matched. I need to select the exclusion method. I don't see any other options on how this can be done, but there should definitely be a part here. Here's the only thin one that fits here, that's one, and it won't fit. Oh, it fits in. Only 2 parts remain. The last 2 parts, one here and the last one here. Boom! 28 minutes and 44 seconds assembled. Damn, that was so great. That was amazing. Just look how perfectly they fit in this frame. Look at this, there are practically no large gaps. As you can see, it's clear that I placed the parts exactly where they needed to be. And I started just from one combination. And I found only 2 parts that matched with each other perfectly. And they coincided in a very unusual way. And from there I began to assemble. I got lucky that there were corner elements. It looks really cool. The emotions are just incredible. Because look at the combinations here. How unusual they are. It's unlikely that anyone will be able to guess by first try how to combine these ordinary puzzle pieces, ordinary pieces of mosaic. But nevertheless, it works. Just look at how unusual this combination is. It's crazy. How could someone come up with this? I'm delighted with this puzzle. I don't know about you guys, but if you like it as much as I did, you can subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to let me know about your thoughts about this puzzle in the comments, because the more activity on the channel, the more pleasant it is for me. It's easy for you to do this, just write a small text, press the like button or click the subscribe button. This makes me very happy. Guys, today this puzzle was solved in 28 minutes for you. Let's see what happens next. We don't say goodbye for long. In the next videos there will be even more interesting puzzles. This was Cubastic. Thank you all for watching. Bye everyone and have a good time.